part two. There's a part two because part one was on my iPhone. It was batteries was running low. Now now a lot of this idea of clickbaiters and influencers are basically one and the same, you know. Honestly, because, like, for example, Mr. Boss for the win, right, does a lot of GTA content. He would clickbait. He would clickbait about a lot of shit about GTA. Now, Ned Luke, who voiced and played Michael DeSanta on GTA 5, he totally completely roasted Ross, who is Mr. Boss for the win. And very, very funny that, because the guy's an idiot, and he would straight up clickbait bullshit. But when Ned Luke and Tony Fontino was on Instagram Live, and they were talking about, you know, content, some content, Ned Luke says, "Hey, don't listen to Mr. Boss, or Mr. Boss, whatever his name is, you know. If one get true factual shit, get it from Rockstar. You'll get it from Rockstar. Okay? Straight up. Because Mr. Boss for the win is clickbaiting. You know. Clickbaiters, they do it for views, they do it for subscribers, they do it for dumbass reasons, you know. And so all these clickbaiters are in the media, the independent leftist loonies and shit, you know, have no idea that how much damage they're causing by doing this shit, because you're trying to get the whole country divided in a very dumbass way, you know. You got influencers like Harry Sisson and shit, who's a shill, a paid shill by the DNC and shit, you know. Also a clickbaiter himself, you know. If there is going to be a civil war kind of thing, it's probably not going to be what people are thinking, that, oh, where people shoot each other. No. That ain't it. It's kind of like chess versus checkers kind of thing, you know, in a way. The reason I said that is, you have people who play chess, which is basically a game where it takes patience, compared to people who play checkers, who are just and in like two seconds, or 2 minutes. If it was a civil war right now, we're basically in it anyway. Metaphorically in it, you know. We're pretty much in a civil war to a slight degree. To a slight degree. And the reason I said that is we're in a kind of a slight civil war. It's kind of a Cold War version of a civil war, right? A Cold War equivalent to a civil war. Because the reason I said that is this. You have Democrats who still have their little loyal fan base. Here you see Bernie Sanders and AOC coming in, you know, like the next presidential candidates and shit. Fuck them both, dude. Bernie Sanders is too fucking old. Guy's 83, 84, you know. Someone did a picture. Someone did a picture of AOC where you can see through her shirt and see her tits. I don't care. I like tits. I'm a guy, you know. And but the thing is, yeah, you got some sick people, but you also got some trolls. Now, here. Let me explain different types of trolls. Okay. You have trolls that are jokers on the internet. Jokers. You have trolls who are jokers in video games, right? Just to be a goof. You have trolls on the internet that are like Harry Sisson, who's a wannabe troll. He's a dick. You have trolls on the internet that tries to spew clickbaiting bullshit. Wannabe influencers and shit, you know. You have trolls that try to do things politically. They're activists like Antifa and BLM. Those retards. Stop saying retard. No, because BLM and Antifa are fucking retards. Okay? They are retards. Right? I'm not putting down people with Down syndrome. No, people with Down syndrome. They're sweet. They're kind. They're wonderful people. I have a great niece who has Down syndrome. Beautiful girl. I love my great niece. I'm saying that Antifa and BLM are political clickbaiting retards. People with Down syndrome, they are wonderful people. They're kind, they're loving, they're caring. They have a heart. They're good. They're sweet people. Okay, they're no. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of shit for. I know for a fact I'll be getting a lot of shit for this. But I don't care. Now, it's kind of because they're weak-minded people. Antifa and BLM are weak-minded people. Alright? Most of them are Gen Zers and Zillennials and shit, you know. I'll say Menzies, Millennial, Gen Z, Menzies. The Menzies. Right? I call them the menstrual generation. Now the thing is, they're on their phones, just texting, social media, Like, dude, social media is like a drug, dude. It's a drug, you know. And it's like social media is like a drug for the dopamine, right? Um, it's insane. It's insane because look, if you stop and think, right? It's a lot of crap. Yes, right. It's a lot of crap. You look at every article within the last few days, right? Within the last few days, and let me see here. Okay. Um, let's see here. Let's see here. Okay, ground news. Now the thing is, when you think about all that shit you see in the papers and on the internet, on you know the whole fucking thing, you know, okay, good news. Let me see here. Now, now, for example, here, now when you think about, you know, all the articles from different news affiliates, you don't know if it's left, right, or center, right? You don't know. And what sucks about it is, you have these little bastards trying to, let's play it along. Because why? They enjoy what they do, they get paid what they're doing. But they get paid by who? The DNC. Right? The DNC. You have organizations like Act Blue who pretty much are the money man. The middle money guy, you know. And then you have George Soros. You have, you know, BlackRock, Vanguard, all that shit, you know. Who pays these people to clickbait via a fake influencer and shit. Until red flags are shown. Right? Red flags. Influencers are not really... Now, when you have these internet influencers, who do they influence? Who do they influence? Absolutely nobody. And I call influencers gaslighters. Influencers are nothing more than gaslighters, right? Example. You got this guy. I'm gonna give away PS5s. right? Then you see it on YouTube, hundreds of people come out, all thinking, oh, I'm going to give me a PS5. Like, I give a shit. Right? And so what happens, right? Clickbaiting. People went out, hoping to get a free PS5. Nothing. Nothing. At all. Nothing. Nothing. Alright. So, he got arrested for staging a riot. He lied to people. He did it for views, he did it for subscribers, he did all the shit, you know. Okay. Now, the thing is, you have influencers that are completely losers, man. Like the Ace family, for one. The Ace family, right? Living in a multi-million-dollar home when they're not even millionaires. Well, they're not millionaires. The guy, he staged a boxing event where you have YouTubers against. You have the Ace family organize a boxing event. You have YouTubers against Instagrammers, right? And I'm like, this is a scam. Scam, right? Whoever wins will get $1 million. Right? $1 million. Now, it was a fluke. It was a fluke. The guy that organized the event won the boxing thing. Where was he going to get the $1 million? This was no more than a scam. If you're an organizer, shouldn't you not be in the boxing match, right? You know, leaving your woman and your baby to, like, if I was an organizer, I wouldn't get involved. You know, the guy did it for clout and for whatever it is. You know, and you have YouTubers and Instagrammers that are completely morons, man. You know, right? They think, well, we're going to organize this event and we're going to give money to charity. No. Right? When you hear the word charity, it's like, the alarms are going off in my head. Like, red flag, row. So, it's funny. It is funny because these little these dumbasses, you know, whether you're on social media, in the media, whatever it is, you're a clickbaiting moron. You're a fake influencer. You ain't really, you're not really influencing anybody but yourself and your pocketbook, right? You want to create this event where you need money. you're willing to commit fraud to save your ass from losing your home. Hey, Ace family, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. This guy should not get involved in the tournament thing. If he's an organizer, stick to organizing. Stay out of the damn tournament thing because you're an idiot. The reason you did it was for the money to save your fucking ass, man. Financially. You fucking crook. You snake. Yeah. There's been videos exposing, you know, all these fucking morons, dude, you know. And like the guy who got exposed, who ended up getting all this weight. He was a vegan for a long time, and he was interviewed, and he said that he started to recognize that he was getting weaker. Well, duh. Long-term veganism will kill you. Okay? Going vegan full-time will take your life. Eating only vegan is dumb. It ain't smart. You're putting your life at risk. Then he stopped being vegan, and he ended up going from being skinny as fuck to, you know, and started eating a lot of shit that got him fat anyway, you know. He was skinny. He was thin. He was thin. Thin dude, man. Thin dude, you know. And all of a sudden he started to get really... And so, look, I'm diabetic. Okay, I'm diabetic. I have type 2 diabetes. Okay, and you know, I see these people like this guy who went from being skinny. Look, stay skinny, but do it right. Eat right, man. Vegan ain't the way. It never will be the way. You know. All these fuckers, including the vegan teacher, that fucking cunt. Fuck you too, lady. You're not thinking. You're not fucking... I mean, I rather trust vegetarian because they're eating vegetables. I'm a vegetable guy. I love food. I like vegetables. My favorite is broccoli. Cabbage. Spinach, right? Carrots, corn, green beans. I love these things. Right? I love vegetables. I love potatoes. Right? You know, I love eating eggs. I love eating nuts like pistachios, almonds, peanuts, walnuts, pecans. You know, they're good for you. I like eating fish, pork, beef, lamb. Yeah. But I also know how to moderate what you eat. You know. So this guy, who's an influencer, is like, he goes, I have OCD. And the guy's filming and goes, you mean obesity? Emotional damage. Savage. Emotional damage. Savage. When I heard that, goes, look back. And there's a closet thing full of fucking shit. And you got that boogie guy, Francis, that fucker he's himself. You know. And Hey, don't get me wrong. I love video games myself. But the thing is, I don't sit there all the time like that, you know, because it ain't healthy. And you got to understand this. Look, influencers can be whatever they want to be, but the thing is, they do it for clickbaiting, for views, for subs, for subscribers, all kinds of shit, you know. So it's pretty much, you know, that you even have influencers and clickbaiters in the media. Okay. I mentioned part 1 that what happened in Sandy Hook was complete bullshit, right? Complete bullshit. And it got Alex Jones sued because he exposed the bullshit. He exposed. He was one of many that exposed the bullshit. But he got sued. No. Do you think that they'll get the money from him? No. Why? Because he's being protected. No. Because he was one of a few that exposed their bullshit. He's the one that got sued, right? Right? E. Jean Carroll, for one, who wrote a book so she could be. E. Jean Carroll wrote a book, and because she wanted to be relevant, well, she's not really relevant. She's just a 90s novelty. That Donald Trump did this to her, did that to her. Dude, we all know the kind of women that Trump was with. And she ain't one. Yeah. Why would she sit there and fake, right? Oh, I wrote a book. Da, 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 da. And when Trump denied it, he sued her. She sued him for that. For what? Slander. And slander is the truth. If you never met anybody and they wrote a book about what you allegedly did to them, it's called clickbaiting. Slander. Okay? Slander, you know. Complete bullshit, you know. And so, in reality, it was about money. It's about money. And it was political. Yeah. E.G. Carroll did her shit because she wanted to be relevant again. And who's her target? Donald Trump. Her attorney and the judge are related. And her niece, the daughter of the judge, donated $2.5 million to the Harris campaign. To the Biden-Harris campaign, you know. So, my question is, you know, the Democrats know they have nothing. They have nothing. Their main weapon is accuse someone of sexual assault. The R basically accuse a person of everything to the book, and then some. And when they can't, do it, and when there's cracks showing, what do? They paint over the crack even though it's showing. Sorry. Paint ain't gonna do it. So everything got dropped because Alvin Bragg had nothing. Letitia James had nothing. Right? Fannie Willis had nothing. They had nothing. Nothing. At all. Right? Nothing. Because they never had anything to begin with. They had absolutely nothing to have. I mean, they had nothing. They had nothing. Democrats had nothing. Had nothing at all. But there's a lot on Biden-Harris. Right? There's a lot on Hillary and Bill. There's a lot on Barack and Michael. Right? Only president ever have his home raided, charged with crimes. Right? Things he did as president. Well, a president has immunity while in office. So you cannot really charge anyone for what they did in office. It won't work. He has immunity. Jack Smith had nothing. It's okay that Joe Biden, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama has immunity, but not Donald Trump. Donald Trump, like any other president that's Republican, they have immunity while in office. You know, you can't go after them after they leave office because whatever they did while in office, that's immunity, right? So, E.J. Carroll might have to give that money back. No, she lied. She lied on CNN on HD360. She lied. What's on the Rick Cavanaugh show? She lied. And they went along with that shit. Why? Because the media is divided in leftist bullshit and they went along with it. Politico, Vice, right? NPR, BBC, they all, because she's a frail, no, she's not a frail woman, she's a cunt. She lied, because in the 1990s, she was the way she was then as she was now. So, here's the thing. The media and the politicians try to convince you, the public, that this person did this person over here did something to this person over here. Even though she lives in the woods with cats, where she has one cat named Vagina, like, what the fuck is this shit? She lives in a house in the woods with cats and a cat named Vagina. What the fuck is that shit? That's a woman who has nothing up here. Alright? The wheel's spinning, but the gerbil's fucking dead. Agent Carol's not all up here. The wheel's spinning, but the gerbil is dead. Alright? Now let's go back to Senhill here. Right? Allegedly, a kid who plays video games, like Doom, killed his mom, took her guns and her car to Sandy Hook, allegedly shot 27 people, and then all of a sudden, what happened to him? He said he offed himself. He did not. He was already dead. Adam Lanza was already dead 2 days before the alleged tragedy happened. There were actual crisis actors there. Crisis actors. Paid, by the way. Paid. Why? Yeah. So, if you watch the documentary, we need to talk about Sandy Hook. That's right. It's titled, "We Need to Talk About Sandy Hook." Right? Okay. Well, I'll just take time to let it all sink in that, okay, where's the ambulance in this? Where's the ambulance? Right? Do I think it's a hoax? Yeah. Yeah, I do. And why? Here's why. Because the thing is, if you don't pay attention, right? If you don't stop and think and pay attention, you end up like these dumbasses who just take it on a whim and then run with it, you know. It's like someone telling someone, a third party tells someone the message. What message? I don't know. Said it. Oh, here. It's a third party relaying, but not having the full, you know. A third party don't have the full, you know, and not think about, do they have the full thing? No, they only have parts of it, you know, and this is why clickbaiters and influencers are fucking weak-minded, man, you know. They don't think, right? They don't think about the outcome, you know. They don't think about the consequences, you know, or the reaction, you know. They don't think. They don't think, right? Like, for example, years ago, when GTA 5 came out, I would say about 4 or 5 years after it came out. I would say about 5-ish, 6. This about, I'm gonna say 5. This YouTuber claimed to, he says, I have a copy of GTA 6. Can we say clickbaiter? This dude got. I mean, people thought, oh wow, you did? How? They gave it to me. But actually, it's clickbaiting bullshit, you know. And he got so much backlash. This is the kind of person that does not think. They just act. I got GTA 6, yay! Again, whatever you get, it'll come from Rockstar. Again, it'll come from Rockstar, right? They'll tell you. They'll let you know in a newswire, you know. And also on the website, too. So this little bastard says, I got GTA 6, yeah. But he started to get these backlash because, like, wait a minute. How can I get GTA 6? You know, like, but it's been 12 years since GTA 5 came out. 12 years. And it's still being played over a decade later. And still bringing in millions of dollars, you know, still. Through shark cards, you know. And so it's kind of like, okay, well, okay. The dude got so much backlash, he ended up leaving YouTube. Haven't been seen since. You know. And I'm laughing because, like, dude, you're an idiot. GTA 5's been out for almost 5 years, and saying, well, I got GTA 6. No, it takes time to. It's like a movie, okay? You need people to audition for a character. You need, because it takes a long time to write a script for a character. Okay, for the person to voice and also maybe even play the character himself, you know. It takes a long time. It takes a while to do a script. You need to create the game, find location. You know, you go back to Liberty City, Vice City, DC, and San Andreas. You know, whatever it is. You know, is there going to be a spin-off game? Whatever it is. You know, whatever it is. Is there going to be a crossover, whatever it is, you know? Now, that'd be nice, man, because if you have all the voice actors of these games, you know, Vice City, Liberty City, if you have all these characters in one game in a crossover, you know, that would be awesome. But it takes money. Then you have a lot of script writing for his characters. Well, Burt Reynolds is gone. Peter Fonda's gone. The dude that was in the Sopranos, he's gone. Robert Loggia, he's gone. So is Ray Liotta. You know, great actors, man. Great actors, you know. But Rockstar went in a different direction. They got unknown people. See, Ned Luke and Stephen Ogg was on Law and Order. Ned Luke did an episode of SVU. Stephen Ogg did an episode of Law and Order. Sean Martino is a rapper, cousins to the guy that played CJ. But what's funny is that these clickbaiters that try to clickbait for views and followers and whatnot, they tend to go in their little hidey hole in shame and embarrassment. And it's funny. It's funny. You know, we're right here. 45 minutes? Okay. Again, I mean, it's all this crazy shit, you know? You know, like I mentioned yesterday about Senhook. It's all clickbait. It's all bullshit because no one died. No one died. But if you say that, you're a hoaxer. No, I'm not a hoaxer or a one of those nut jobs. I'm a realist. I see through the bullshit once I see the bullshit. Okay. The media, CNN, they fucked up. They do shit for reviews and also try to bring in money for investors. Like, dude, they're gonna leave. They're gonna leave. Okay, they're gonna leave. You know. And you think about it for a moment, like, okay, well, why are they saying that people died? Was there an ambulance there? No. Why? Because 3 patrol cars were blocking the entrance and exits. There'll be no way to bring in an ambulance through. And plus, you need multiple, maybe, you know. Didn't happen. It was nothing more than a exercise and also a, you know, in case of an event like Combine, you know. That was a drill. And they made the drill look like an actual event, which, like CNN, hello, no one's buying it no more. No one died. You know? How you could tell is because the chopper was filming everything. Everything from the chopper was being filmed. Okay? Everything from the school to the chopper was going everywhere. And it was the debunking what the media was putting out. Okay? Now, the chief of police says no one is allowed to investigate. Why? Why? Because your little thing might be exposed and shit? Why did the coroner resign and then come back a month later? How come the coroner says the parents are not allowed to see their kids? Right? Adam Lenza been dead for 2 days before the thing even allegedly happened, you know. They started his mom, are you sure his mom's deceased? She probably did die, but not by his hands. How can the kid did the shooting when he was already dead for 2 days? Duh. Then why was the mom's house torn down? The reason it was torn down, they don't want to have the reminder. Bullshit. Okay? Why was the school allegedly torn down? To cover their ass? Because people started to put two and two together, right? But a YouTuber called the coroner's office, right? Because he was investigating. right? So the police chief said no one is allowed to investigate. Why? 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 Because the reason he said that was to make sure that nobody investigates and find out the real reason why Sandy Hook was bullshit. So they're not just clickbaiting, but also gaslighting people. They're gaslighting anybody, you know. Yeah. So the thing is, they don't want you. They don't want you to, you know. That's like the shooting in Vegas, right? In Vegas. That, to be honest, that one there, to me, didn't really make any sense, right? The brother, twice, he talked to the media, and all of a sudden, after the second talk he had with reporters outside his house, breaking news, the brother of the Vegas shooter was arrested for child pornography. Really? I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. You're arresting the brother of the Las Vegas shooter for what? And don't say child pornography. That's bullshit. Right there, that's bullshit. That's bullshit, you know. Because the brother was pretty much telling you the truth, telling you, hey, look, you know, then you have the LVMPD chief, who's now a senator now, or governor, whatever it is, in Vegas. See, LVMPD is very crooked. It's like Chicago, Philly, Tacoma, Phoenix, you know, LA, SD, LAPD, Fresno PD, SFPD, Oakland, you know, Seattle, Tacoma, Portland. You know, Laura Loomer really come off guard with information she had. Oh, I love Laura Loomer. I love Laura Loomer. And she exposed, like, she blew the guy away with facts she had. Okay, Laura Loomer, I love Laura Loomer. She does a good job. Like, she really is out there, and like, dude, she does a better job, right, than what's her name? Yeah, I forgot. Like, man, she blew away with facts, man. Okay. And it was 8 years ago. 8 years ago, right? Now, there's a set 8-part documentary about Vegas, man. You know? And something did not add up around Vegas, because something was very shady, man. And you know, prior to the shooting in Vegas, there's a guy who was he organized a training, in training where you could get a gun permit, concealed carry permit, you know. And so the chief, who's now a politician now, said, sorry, they're all revoked. He revoked the license, the permit. Yeah. Why would he do that? Why would he do that? Okay? Why would he do that? Why would he revoke the licenses, you know? Why? It's a 8-part documentary about Vegas. And the guy that did the documentary got roughed up by a couple of LVNPD assholes, right? Because he was getting into the bowels of the beast, man. And they didn't like that. So they arrested him and roughed him up. They roughed him up. Yeah. And so, I mean, it's a lot of this bullshit, man. A lot of this shit, you know. And the whole Civil War thing is just a goddamn rumor to scare people. And nobody's buying it. It's all clickbait. It's all gaslighting bullshit. It's all it is, just bullshit, you know. It's all bullshit. You know, it's all bullshit. Okay, we're at 58 minutes, so we will end it here, folks. And this has been part two of clickbaiters. Clickbaiters and influencers are weak-minded morons, right? Part 2. So, again, if you guys are new to this channel, please leave a like, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell for notification. Always live healthy, happy, and wise. I mean, healthy and wise. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out. Godspeed.